team by far, obviously, all season. You know, not even a personal highlight for me. I think it was a highlight for the whole league that we beat them. You know, everybody kind of didn't want them to win all the money and stuff like that. So when somebody finally did beat them and it was us, oh man, it was great.
The Wizards.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interest. We are live. It's a Thursday night. And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounding.
And now the Lakers starting group. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Morris, and it's Schroeder in at the one spot. And for Brooklyn, we've got Irving. Durant is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Harris, and it's Harden in at point guard. Greg, it's going to be a battle of the boards tonight. You know what that's like. You played alongside some great rebounders.
No doubt about it. Patrick Ewing, Charles Oakley. I mean, Brian Grant, a lot of guys that earn their living wearing that hard hat.
Here's Irving. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. They get Marc Gasol.
Well, the former #1 overall pick, tremendous success early in his career. Irving continues to find ways to improve.
And so Irving nails both of them.
Oh, he's never rattled at the stripe. Always has that nice soft touch on his free throws.
Irving against James. Left side Gasol. Jordan with the rebound. Harden surveying the D. Irving with a clean look. No good with the triple.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
On the wing, Morris. In the corner, it's James. 5 on the clock. And LeBron throws it down.
I like the intensity from James, using his speed to knife toward the rim.
So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Irving against Caldwell Pope. Takes a shot at the elbow. The shot's good from Irving.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
Oh, yeah, that's one of his go-to spots. I mean, you have to pressure him in that mid-range area.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. He's coming off a 10-point game against Sacramento. That one falls.
A nice start for them offensively. 3 of 4 to kick things off.
Last outing for the Nets. They won that game against Houston. Schroeder against Harden. Harris passes to Harden. Basket is good. The assist from Harris.
Look, when he's not killing you on the perimeter, he's doing it inside.
James against Harris. James in the post. Down low. Knocked away. And stolen by Harris. Durant with it. Now guarded by Schroeder. Releases from 15. Again, the Nets for 2.
Durant, he's so skilled on the offensive end. He can shoot the long ball, comfortable on the block, drive to the hole, dunk over you, give you the jump hook, post game, turn around. I mean, and look, that time, he makes a play from mid-range.
And Harden wide open. He shoots. Nails the wide open jump shot. Harden's got 5 now.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
A nice shot by Gasol.
Gasol has always shot a very high percentage on catch-and-shoot jumpers. You know, hit him with a good pass, he'll make the most of it.
Pass to Irving. To the paint. Harden against Schroeder. And the basket by Harden. He has 7. We've got 1:08 left here in the opening quarter. Schroeder surveying the floor. The pass to Morris. Now here's LeBron. He dishes it to Gasol. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
And if you don't think about it, Gasol is a tricky cover. I like how he just drew contact.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. Strange to see Marc Gasol shooting from outside. His game, Greg, wasn't always like it is now.
I mean, Gasol has added a 3 to his game in the last seasons with Memphis, and it was an immediate success. He became a functioning stretch 5. Early in his career, he was more likely to drag you to the block and just bruise you more than anything else. Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
27 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Caruso kicks to Kuzma. Pass to Gasol. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Kuzma can't get it to go. And they're running. Irving for 3. Short. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
One thing never changes in the NBA. Jordan will always be there among the top offensive rebounders in the league.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's the Nets up 5. Live from Brooklyn, New York, you're watching. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
With the game being fast-paced these days, you can expect this from a lot of teams, but they did it very well.
Green is out there with Griffin. Then there's Landry Shamet. Then there's Brown. And it's Luwawu in at the 3 spot. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Caruso, the pass to Gasol. And the shot is good. Gasol's got his second bucket of the night.
And the interior game of Gasol. I mean, he's had a number of ways to score from there.
On the wing, Brown. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And, folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And, guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Brown outside. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. And Green slams it in.
And Green getting off the floor there for the dunk. Really like watching him sky up for those.
Caruso, the pass to Horton Tucker. Kuzma, left side. To the left side wing. A second chance effort. Three-pointer. And another shot. Here's Caruso. And it's all evened up.
And the recognition Gasol has is tremendous. I mean, you can't leave anyone open or he'll find him.
Shamet with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
And he knows it, too. He tried to get away with it. Sometimes you do. That time he didn't.
Joe Harris is checked in for Luawu. And the Lakers also making a switch. Caldwell Pope's checked in. Caruso looking for an opening. Here's Harrell. Pass to Caruso. Here's Horton Tucker. Defended by Griffin. Out to Kuzma. It's stolen by Harris. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Here's Kuzma. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Shamet on the wing. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Rockets in Houston.
I love whenever Griffin finishes with power. I mean, he's showing he's not to be messed with close to the basket.
Griffin against Caldwell Pope. Shoots over Griffin. Los Angeles with another miss.
Even when the D is playing off of him, the mid-range jumper shouldn't be the shot they're looking for.
Now, here's Shamet, guarded closely. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
He's a minute close to the rim. When Griffin gets the ball in the position he wants, you got to whack him.
So for the Nets, KD's checked in for Green. Kyrie Irving comes in for Bruce Brown. And it's James Harden in for Landry Shamet. Lakers trail by 4. LeBron outside. Kicks to Harrell. Back to James. Goes up to the stripe. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
The dogged intensity Harrell has is just insane. And he uses all this energy to his advantage, particularly on the glass.
Irving dishes to Griffin. Outside, KD. Nets passing it around. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Morris finds James. And LeBron throws it down.
And you think of all the different images in your mind over the years of James attacking the rim.
On the wing, Harris. Back to Irving. Passes it to Harden. A shake. And it's good on the way in. Harden's got 9 points.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
On its way from Caldwell Pope for 2. Off target from the wing.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a... Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios with Ernie Jones. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. At its highest, their lead topped out at 5 points. Thanks for joining.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You gotta like what Harden has done in this game so far.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
So the Lakers 5 right now. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Markieff Morris. And it's Schroeder in at the point guard position. The drive by James. And it's blocked by Jordan.
And the one thing we know about DeAndre, he's a presence at both ends of the floor. He protects the rim on D just as much as he punishes it at the offensive end.
He'll do some damage if they give him that shot. Don't give him a clean look. Get out there on him.
Here's James. 6 points for him. Outside Gasol. Fires for three. Rebounded by the Nets.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
No good from Irving.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game. Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Harris outside. Durant the pass to Harris. And stolen by James. Fast break, the Lakers. Here's Schroeder, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Look at Morris break down the defense on this play. If they leave one of his guys open, he's going to get it to him fast.
And the pass to Harden. Tries from 10. Durant against Morris. Shot clock at 6. Over Morris. Offensive rebound, Nets. Here's Irving. And he overshot that one, missing.
Might take him a little while to find their stride here in the second half. Only 1 for 4 so far. They just need to calm down, play their game. And James simply one of the best dunkers in NBA history, I have to say. Highly creative in how he throws it down.
KD passes to Harris. Back to Durant. The kick out to Irving. On the wing, Harris. Schroeder against Harden. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Look, with his size, with his strength, with his brain, there's no reason Gasol shouldn't be able to dominate the game offensively.
Harden dishes to Jordan. Durant with a wide open look. Again, the miss by KD.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Count that bucket. Now it's a 3-point Laker lead.
And defensively, I know we say it every game, you have to try to make someone other than LeBron beat you. Easier said than done.
Irving against Caldwell Pope. Jordan trying to free himself up. Irving misses.
Knowing the kind of competitor he is, I know he's upset with his performance and with the score.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Luwawu is checked in for the Nets. Los Angeles shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And taking a look at their free throw statistics on the season, right around 74%.
Here's Jordan. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Durant for 3. Drops in the tray. Durant's got his 2nd bucket tonight.
Durant's had total confidence in his jump ride. Probably since the first jumper he took. I mean, he's one of the most natural-looking shooters you'll ever see.
There's 38 seconds left in the 3rd. Here's Caruso. And the Lakers with another miss. And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Kicks it out to Harden. And the jam by Harden.
Oh, and when Harden is going strong to the rim, he's looking for the throwdown, ripping the rim down hard on that one.
11 seconds left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Now here's Schroeder. With 1 on the clock, and the quarter ends with some stifling defense right there. And we just finished the 3rd quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Here's Johnson. Brown out there with Griffin. Then there's Landry Shamet. Then it's Johnson, and it's Claxton in at the center position. So that's the Nets 5. Shamet the pass to Griffin. So they take the lead. Griffin's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Nets.
Can't let Griffin get loose in the screen and roll. That's inviting trouble.
Shot from free throw range. It's good. And the Lakers lead by 1. There is just no way to tell who is going to pull this one out.
When you've had this many lead changes, you're looking to see which one of those plays is going to be a momentum swinger.
Brown the pass to Griffin. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Yeah, it seems like whenever one team scores, the other comes right back with a bucket of its own.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Schroeder hits them both. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. And here is Johnson. To the middle. And Griffin slams it in.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Yeah, just trying to keep the momentum now, and that's easier said than done.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Here's Caruso. Shot clock at 5. Here's Schroeder. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Brooklyn trailing. Fires from deep. And it's Shamet missing. And Los Angeles guys shooting inefficient, 53% from the field. Schroeder outside. Out to the right wing. From 10 feet out. That shot off. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Here's Brown. Now the dish to Griffin. He kicks it to Johnson. Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
But this is what you get from Griffin. Very willing to give it up to his open teammates.
Brooklyn making some changes. Green comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And Joe Harris is subbed in for Landry Shamet. That's good from Johnson. Here's James. Schroeder outside. Pass to James. And finished off by LeBron.
I love how James takes hold of these possessions. When his team needs a basket, he steps up to the plate.
Harris against LeBron. From deep. That shot missing. And the Lakers will go the other way with it. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 4 assists now tonight.
And if you're the defense, what can you do? James is too strong, too focused on these finishes.
Timeout called the Nets. They're trailing by 2. We've got 1:55 left to play in the final quarter. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, LeBron James.
And his percentage from the field tonight seemed almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brooklyn's head coach said to the team. He wants them to work for more easy baskets in transition. He said, the moment we take possession of the ball, I want us to attack. If there's nothing there, then you can pull it back out and run the offense. Kevin?
James looking it over. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Gotta like the edge James plays with. Phenomenal at it, taking it strong and picking up the foul.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 2-point ball game.
Yeah, good job, bro. I mean, it's this close. The team that wins the free throw battle might win the game.
Back to Harden. It's stolen by Schroeder. And LeBron with a clear path to the hoop. And finished off by LeBron.
And James loves these big moments. He isn't afraid to shoot it when the game is on the line.
It's Harden with the drive. Morris with the block. And here's the fast break. LeBron leading the way. And LeBron throws it down hard.
And that's a terrific sequence at both ends there. There was the block shot, then the run out, and nice finish on the break.
That one's good. The Laker lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Kyrie Irving.
Irving continues to bury big shot after big shot. He just has a knack for stepping up in crucial moments.
LeBron kicks to Caldwell Pope to the inside. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
That's an unforced error. That will drive a coach crazy. Got to play heads up out there.
Harden with it. He's picked up by James. Harden draws the double. Dishes it to Irving. Lets it go with a 3. LeBron grabs the miss.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Caldwell Pope passes to Morris. Lakers working the ball around now. Back to Schroeder. Durant with the steal.
And it's all about the 3 right here.
Well, that's what they need to tie it. Boy, what a game this has been.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Now James from deep three-point range misses the shot. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Chris. And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for him.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Markieff Morris is out there with Marc Gasol, and it's Schroeder in at the point guard. And for Milwaukee, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the 3 slot. Now here's James. Chris Middleton unable to get his last shot to go. Gasol finds James. Back to Gasol. Here's LeBron. 4 on the shot clock. Over Holiday. Tries again. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Such a clever offensive player. Gasol is especially crafty at finding ways to draw contact while shooting.
And Brent, these teams boasting great depth. Many feel that's a hallmark of a great front office.
You go back and you look, Kevin, at some of the teams that have made deep playoff runs or eventually won the championships. That tinkering about bringing in a veteran or just one piece to make that next step for that one matchup or that one series, finding contributions like that up and down the roster, absolutely, that can make a difference.
Kicks it out to LeBron. Back to Morris. He's looking for James and finds him. Dishes it to Morris. LeBron passes to Gasol. Can't hit from in close.
And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
The shot by Middleton, wide open. It's rebounded by Schroeder.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
A clear look here for Middleton. Almost, but it rolls out. Caldwell Pope finds James. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Yeah, hard to stop LeBron from getting in that deep. So the size, the speed, the power, the position. 2 more.
The pass to DiVincenzo. Antetokounmpo against Morris.
No, it's early, but going 0 for 4 to start a game can make a team get a little bit tight.
Schroeder dishes to Caldwell Pope. Back to Schroeder. Banked in off the glass.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Yeah, massive relief there, getting a little bit frustrating for them until that bucket.
Now here's Schroeder. He's coming off a 28-point game against Sacramento.
And guys, what impressed me most was his passing. He constantly looked for the open man and found guys in great spots.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, that along with maintaining the pace of play right now, playing with tons of intensity.
Middleton for three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
And the fact they still had a chance to win that game, I find to be somewhat amazing because it was clearly an off night for most of their guys.
And I'll tell you, if they had pulled that game out, it would have been an amazing win because they made a bunch of mistakes. Nothing was going their way, and somehow they still nearly won it.
Here's LeBron after the basket by Milwaukee. Gasol up top. James outside. Got it for his fourth field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Bucks trail by 8. On the wing, Giannis. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And you go back, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the 15th pick in that 2013 draft. Hindsight, obviously 2020, but I think it's safe to say he should have been drafted a little bit higher.
Yeah, you have so many of those blogs out there that go back and want to redraft classes. Giannis Antetokounmpo back in 2013, I'm pretty sure at this point would be taken number 1.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Kings in Sacramento. That shot off. Bucks have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them.
Open up the floodgates and let Giannis run through. What a joy to watch him in transition.
Here's Caruso, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And that does it for the first quarter. Lakers lead by 4. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. And earlier we checked in with Giannis Antetokounmpo, who had this to say about losing to the Raptors back in 2019.
I think the most important lesson that I got.
All part of the process of achieving greatness.
Yeah, and most guys have had to go through it. MJ, LeBron, leading a team to a championship rarely happens early on.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
Yeah, defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play on the court for the Bucks. We've got DJ Augustine, and it's Craig in at power forward. Now here's Caldwell Pope. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet.
And that's the hustle you love seeing from Kuzma. When he moves like that, he is tough to guard.
Here's Augustine, trailing here by 8. Here's Connaughton. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Memphis.
Let us not forget about the work on the glass. His effort level was a 10 that night out of 10.
And the Lakers have possession after the basket by Milwaukee. Caruso, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Here's Caruso. Clock at 6. Harrell trying to free himself up. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And Caldwell Pope has improved as a passer. Nice to see that development in his game.
Forbes, the pass to Portis. Launches a 3. Count it, and the Laker lead has been cut to just 5 points on the basket from Forbes.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
Caldwell Pope outside. Here's Caruso. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. And that one, good.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Here is Forbes, guarded by Kuzma. The shot's good from Forbes.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Caruso, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Pass to Caruso. It's rebounded by Portis. Bucks trail by 5. And the 22nd pick in 2015, Bobby Portis with a nice shooting touch.
And at the same time, not afraid to mix it up. Maybe to a fault. At times we've seen him get caught in the heat of the moment. You've got to channel that competitive edge and stay strong mentally.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Lopez, he's checked in for Torrey Craig. Chris Middleton comes in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Holiday in for Augustine.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Here's Middleton following the basket by LeBron James. Lopez outside. Back to Middleton. Free throw line jump shot. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
You don't want to leave Middleton from that area. His mid-range game is on fire, draining those shots often.
1:31 left in the second quarter. Here's Schroeder. And he gets the whistle. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
From deep, James. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
This offense just continues to impress.
Middleton outside. Off target from outside. Lakers leading by 7. And finished off by LeBron.
Just looks so easy for LeBron James, a powerhouse who can score from anywhere.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Here's Middleton, and a little luck that time, but it drops. Middleton's got his 2nd bucket.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Now LeBron, 15 points in the game. And Harrell, the bucket on the assist by LeBron. Harrell's got 4 points in the quarter.
I mean, it looks simple, but LeBron makes it look that way.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny. Hey, LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He ended up with 15 points. That's all for now.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. It's been a clinic out there by James.
That first half looked like a dunk contest mixtape. Was just destroying the rim.
Yeah, the defense has got to be a little bit embarrassed. There is no reason why he should just be on top of that rim.
Checking out the group for Frank Vogel to start the second half. Aldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Markieff Morris. And it's Schroeder in at the point guard. Back to James. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 3 assists now in this one. And so it's Middleton with it. He brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. They trail by 11. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
Man, there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table. But in reality, they got to fill some roles, right? And, you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off. Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are 3 names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. Alex Caruso, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Here's LeBron, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And Milwaukee gets called for the foul.
Interesting to watch LeBron James at the line through the years. Has tried many different free throw strokes. Not a bad free throw shooter by any means, but always tinkering.
Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for the Bucks. Augustine comes in for Drew Holiday. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Bucks have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Now here's Giannis. He's got 8. Basket counts. Antetokounmpo's got 10 points in the game.
Well, the versatility that Giannis has out there is such a huge advantage to what they can do offensively. Saw that pick and roll well.
Here's James. 19 points in the game. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on Brook Lopez. He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots at the game right here. He's off on the first. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for the Bucks. He hits the 2nd from the line. Bucks trail by 9. Giannis with it. 10 points for him. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That's on LeBron James.
And last season, Giannis Antetokounmpo welcoming his first child into the world.
And maybe now an MVP at home as a most valuable papa. The mother of his son was a volleyball player in her day. So you got to think, as this kid grows up, maybe the recruits are sending letters already.
James, no good. The Bucks shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. It's hauled in by LeBron. Lakers leading by 8. Caruso kicks to LeBron. Buries the 7-footer. LeBron's got 22 points.
Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
Augustine passes to Giannis. Now the Lakers on the break. And that one's good, Caruso. And it's a 12-point Laker lead. Bucks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. DiVincenzo passes to Antetokounmpo. Over to the left wing. And stolen by James. Outside for Caldwell Pope. James outside. Back to Caldwell Pope. Just 5 to shoot. LeBron outside. No good. Shot missing. And Milwaukee will come the other way. There's the lob into Tacumbo. No good on that one.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Just, oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
Augustine up top, defended by Gasol. Here's Craig. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
And here is LeBron. He's got 22. Augustine with the steal. Got a piece of it. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. Got a chance now to take a look at some numbers for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
The most positive thing about his last 10 games, the work on defense. His mindset has become very aggressive. The steals are up, and he's becoming a big factor on the defensive end.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Bobby Portis is checked in for Torrey Craig. Chris Middleton comes in for Pat Connaughton, and it's Drew Holiday in for Augustine. Lopez, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Now here's Schroeder, and you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. There's 31 seconds left here in the third quarter. Ball stolen. They're running. Here's Morris. Finished off the break.
Nice decision-making by Schroeder there with a terrific assist.
Bucks trail by 11. Now here is Holiday. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Middleton inside the three-point line. Great look, but off the mark. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of... And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Portis is out there with Brook Lopez. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Holiday in at the point guard position. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. 5 to shoot. Here's Portis. The rebound by the Lakers. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Harrell dishes to Schroeder. Lays it up and banks it in. Schroeder's got the lead up to 13 now for Los Angeles.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Outside Holiday. Up again. It's good on the putback. Portis has got his first points of the night.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Middleton on the wing. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Lopez kicks to Middleton. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Here's Schroeder. Arrow high post. Back to Schroeder. 6 on the shot clock. Kuzma finds Schroeder over Holiday, and that's an air ball. Not even close. Here's Portis, and another basket for Milwaukee.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Here's Horton Tucker. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Bucks trail by 8. For 3, Middleton. Rebound by Harrell.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Lopez with the block.
Excellent off-ball awareness as Brook was able to get over there and swat it away.
And it's the Lakers on the break. Morris with the ball. Here's Schroeder. Out to Morris. Kuzma against Middleton. And there's the foul. It's on Bobby Portis. That's his first foul. And the Bucks making a change here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. James is checked in.
Now that's two teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. And Holiday with a clear path to the hoop. Finished off the break.
Excellent display from Drew Holiday, running the fast break well and finding a way to nail that shot.
Now James. He kicks to Schroeder. Back to LeBron. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
Lakers leading by 6. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Good D by Lopez. For Milwaukee, they've gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Poked away. Inside. Stolen by Middleton.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
Looking unlikely right here. That time ticking away.
And all of a sudden, that great run makes this a ball game again. And now is no time to take your foot off the gas. They have got to stay aggressive.
Well, they stacked up everything to get to this point. Now they have to shift into overdrive. Well, LeBron James lives for the big moment. Another one there.
44 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And they double up Giannis. The tray. Middleton can't get it to go.
Sometimes you just have an off night, guys, and that's what we've seen so far.
Schroeder with the ball. And Holiday picks him up defensively. Lakers working the ball around now. James outside. 4 on the clock. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. James on the follow. And the Lakers lead by 8.
You know, LeBron is good at the fundamentals, but just so great at reading where the rebound is coming off and grabs that one for a second chance opportunity.
Shot's good by Middleton.
Well, Middleton proving again how clutch he is for this basketball team. Big shot there.
And so the Lakers take the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up.
No love czar. He's a guy that he's been playing for years. I'm excited just to play against him.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The busy freeways of Los Angeles. And how about we check the numbers for Paul George?
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
And now the Lakers starting group. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Morris is out there with Marc Gasol, and it's Schroeder in at the point guard position. And for the Clippers, Batum is out there with Ibaka. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George, and it's Beverly in at the 1. And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotations.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season.
Now here's LeBron. He's an offensive force, averaging nearly 26 points a game.
Excellent at drawing contact. When LeBron is looking to score, he makes the D overcommit.
Lakers shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
Well, it was the Clippers. Their last game a loss to the Wizards. Beverly deciding where to go with it. Feeds to Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
We know Beverly's ability as a defender, but don't underestimate his ability as a distributor. He has good vision.
Now here's James. Dishes it to Gasol. Back to LeBron. And it's blocked by Ibaka. And now Batum pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
Caldwell Pope outside. On the wing, James. The rebound by Ibaka.
Yeah, he's kicking himself. No defenders to be found in that mid-range area.
Good ball movement here by the Clippers. And George, here we go. Yep, that one goes.
Slippery play by Paul George to get inside. He ends up right where he wanted to be for the shot.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Caldwell Pope dishes to James. Back to Caldwell Pope. Outside for Gasol. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. Just 4 to shoot. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. And it's Schroeder missing. The Los Angeles Clippers, they come into this one following a loss to the Wizards in Washington. Batum passes to Ibaka. Leonard with no one around. Outside for George. Outside Batum. Second shot opportunity, and he lays it up and in. Batum's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's LeBron, and it's sent back by Leonard.
Strong instincts and positioning. Kawhi read that shot all the way.
So, for the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Now here's Williams. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Wizards in Washington. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. A different look for the Clippers. Luke Kennard comes in for Leonard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Paul George. Pass to Caruso. Back to Schroeder. Here's Caruso. He's guarded by Williams. And the whistle blows. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Williams passes to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
And give Sweet Lou credit. Turns down his own shot because his teammate has a better one.
The drive by Schroeder. And there it is for him. Here's Zubac. He's coming off a 13-point game against Washington.
He owned the glass in that one, too. No one could put a body on him.
Now here's Jackson. 3-point lead. And there's the pass to Zubac. Back to Jackson. To the wing on the left. Down to 5 on the shot clock. No good from Zubac. Lakers have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Pass to Caruso. Kicks it out to Schroeder. Takes a 3. And no good that time. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And guys, there's really a fine line between being aggressive and being out of control. And in that one, they crossed the line.
It's a catch-22. You want your guys attacking, playing with a sense of freedom, but not if it means a bunch of turnovers.
And so he hits both.
When you look at Luke Kennard's free throw percentage, if you're the defense, you might want to keep him away from the line.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Caruso, the pass to Schroeder. Passes it to Caruso. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Caruso's got 5.
Beautiful call that time up the floor. The hard screen frees him up for the bunny.
Here's Zubac. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in.
Good luck trying to score on Montrez. He's a physical defender who doesn't back down from anyone.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Clippers lead by 3. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
Williams is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Kennard in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
And the long strides of KCP, dangerous changing ends there, and he loves to finish in space.
And for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's best when he lets the game come to him, when he's not forcing shots, not making things tough on himself, not making tough passes. You know, Smitty, a simple approach does wonders for him.
Kevin, you applaud the maturity of KCP to realize that. He knew he needed to change his game to improve. Focusing on making the easy play has made him a very valuable member of this team.
Throws down the breakaway jam.
And Caldwell Pope, explosive off the floor. He can catch you unawares with his dunking.
Outside Williams. Pass to Zubac. Lets a floater go. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Zubac has got his second basket of the night. Caruso looking for an opening. He dishes it to Caldwell Pope. Down low. Harrell kicks to Caldwell Pope. The pass to Horton Tucker. Over Kennard. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And that's okay. Even though you missed, you had the right guy taking the shot.
And the basket is good.
Can't let Kennard get this close. Once you do, he's going up with it.
Caldwell Pope against Jackson. Caldwell Pope passes to Caruso. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Now, in the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Oof. Well,
Wow.
I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know,
That
Kawhi's
is.
got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. First one falls for him. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Well, it was the Los Angeles Lakers in their last game, a loss to the Kings. Caldwell Pope against George. Lays it up off the glass. George has got his second basket.
Defense does a good job, but George won't relent. He rises to meet their challenge.
Knocked loose. Stolen by Beverly. One-on-one here. Gasol with the steal. And it's the Lakers on the break. James with the ball, and James throws it down.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
Now here's Leonard. He's coming off a 22-point game against Washington. From outside, off the mark.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. The three-pointer is right on target. Caldwell Pope's got 7 points.
It really turned it around here in the second quarter after shooting less than 40% from the field in the first.
Leonard dishes to Ibaka, and he gets it to go.
Something that's really evolved for Ibaka, the ability to absorb contact while maintaining control.
Got a piece of it. Stolen by Beverly. Inside, James. And the dunk by James.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
But the truth is, those type of plays are going to happen. You just have to regroup mentally and get back to work.
Shot clock at 6. Trying to get open as Ibaka. That one's in there. The Lakers lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Paul George. James looking around. Ball's knocked loose. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
I mean, he is explosive with his leaping ability. Paul George is well-versed in finishing above the rim.
Here's Caruso. 9 points in the game so far. Caldwell Pope outside. Lakers passing it around. LeBron passes to Gasol. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And the Lakers lead by 2. Outside, George. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Caldwell Pope.
Power move from PG-13. He's added a lot of muscle to his frame over the years, putting it to good use right there. He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the LA Clippers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific back.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome back from a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. The largest lead they had was and
second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. It's been one outstanding game from George.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
So the Lakers 5 right now. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Markieff Morris, and it's Schroeder in at the 1 spot. And he lobs it up. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's LeBron, and finished off by LeBron.
Can't do anything about it. LeBron gets a step. Next thing you know, he's hanging off the rim.
George against Caldwell Pope, and Ibaka slams it in.
He has done everything possible to keep his team in this one. What a performance from him.
And here is LeBron. He's got 8. LeBron is doubled. Schroeder outside. Morris kicks it over to Schroeder. Beverly against LeBron. No good with the elbow jumper. And for the Clippers, they're shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively. Ibaka goes in. Here's Batum. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
A different look for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And the Lakers also making a switch. Horton Tucker's checked in. James against Morris. LeBron drives in, and the layup's good off the glass. James has got 10 points.
You see the tremendous first step, the power. LeBron loves to put the defense back on its heels.
Williams passes to Zubac. Now here is George. Not a lot of room. And some changes here for the Lakers. Harrell comes in for Marc Gasol. And Kyle Kuzma is subbed in for James. Schroeder against Williams. Count the basket. Williams has got his first 2 points of the night.
Terrific game plan coming out of halftime. A perfect 3 for 3 from the field.
And George. Oh, what a play!
Watch it! Insane move by Paul George, a high flyer who can create in midair.
Harrell up top. Here's Horton Tucker. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
And that takes skill and the ability to make adjustments as you're going up.
The Lakers making a switch here. Caruso's checked in. High post, Zubac. Outside for George. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field. No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul. I'd go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. Williams kicks to Morris. Just 5 to shoot. George with the ball. Now guarded by Schroeder. That one good for 2.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Caruso, the pass to Schroeder. Pass to Harrell. Back to Schroeder. Lakers passing it around. Passes to Caruso. They get the rebound.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Morris outside. Williams inside. He's guarded by Schroeder, and that one is good from Zubac.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Harrell against Zubac. Out to the wing. Caruso kicks to Harrell. Pass to Caruso. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Beverly for 3. Can't get it to fall. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Clippers leading by 6. Beverly and Williams, the guard tandem. Batum is out there with Morris, and it's Ibaka in at the 5 down low. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Here's Beverly, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Beverly's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Clippers. Beverly against James. To the paint. Out to Kuzma. James dishes to Gasol. 6 to shoot. It's LeBron with the drive. And it's sent back by Morris. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Morris is checked in for the Lakers. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Beverly finds Batum. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Here's LeBron, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
A tale of 2 halves. He's really turned it around here, scoring the ball.
And so Beverly will bring it up for the Clippers, leading by 5. Just over a minute played here in the fourth, and there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And so he hits the technical free throw.
A shot blocking man of the world. Ibaka can tell you, not in my house, in at least 4 languages.
Paul George is checked in for the Clippers. And that one drops. George has got the lead up to 8 now for the Clippers.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
And he's doing it by getting to his spots and making big shots.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Now Batum. The pass to Ibaka. The dish now to Batum. And that one is off. Great D that time from LeBron. Caldwell-Pope outside. On the wing, James. Morris kicks it over to Schroeder. And finished off by Gasol.
Marc Gasol probably never won any dunk contests, but he can still put you on a poster.
On the wing, George. There's the feed to Ibaka. It's stolen by Morris. Oh, and here comes Schroeder all alone. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
And we could have been looking at a two-possession game, but that was a huge mistake on the turnover. Now, nerves becoming a factor.
George against Morris. Here's Ibaka. Morris with the block. Gasol inside. Leonard's there. Stolen by Beverly. The Clippers again turning it over. Lakers have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far.
Defending Schroeder is much trickier than it used to be. Has developed his skills to go along with the athleticism.
Makes it, and the next one could tie it up. That one drops. He ties it up. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Leonard finds George. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Over to the wing. Back to Ibaka. Leonard inside. James covering. Pass to Beverly. And here's George. Another shot. And the layup is up and in. George has got 10 points in just the second half.
Big points as the stakes rise, so does George's impact on the game.
Caldwell Pope passes to Schroeder. Kicks it to Caldwell Pope. Gasol on the high post. Paul George with the steal. Ibaka with the ball. Gasol covering. To the left wing. Ibaka, the pass to Batum. This is to George. And it's Paul George with the finish.
No moment is ever too big for Paul George. He remains confident in the clutch.
James against George. Here's Gasol, and Gasol slams it in.
Gasol demands the ball when his team needs an important basket. Just remarkable initiative on his part.
Top of the key, Ibaka. And Leonard has it in the corner. And the three off target.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And the dunk by LeBron.
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
And George kicks to Batum. A shot off that time. Great D that time from LeBron. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
The Lakers making a switch here. Harrell's checked in. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Over in the corner, Beverly. George passes to Ibaka. Over in the corner, Batum. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And the technical free throw is good.
Tight ball game. Who do you want at the charity stripe? This guy.
There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Leonard on the wing. Back to George. Clock at 6. And now they decide to foul intentionally. First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Yeah, how about the nerves there? Those free throws put them in a very good position. 3 points clear.
Timeout called the Lakers. They're behind by 3. Just 4 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
And with this much time, they should be able to draw up a play and get themselves a decent look from the three-point line. Still, the D is going to be waiting for it in a contested three. Never an easy shot.
And again, the Lakers no good. So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. What a show. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
Let's see what's blooming in these fresh cut play bouquets. Our first play is from Machiavelli 1020 in the rec. Don't be intimidated.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The beaches of Santa Monica. And now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebound.
So the Nets starting five. We've got DeAndre Jordan. Harris is out there with Durant. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Harden in at the one. And for Los Angeles, Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Morris is out there with Marc Gasol, and it's Schroeder in at the point guard position. Harden up top, covered by LeBron. Harris outside. Jordan finds Durant over Morris, and KD the bucket on the assist by Jordan. Well, we all know, Clark, the travel in the NBA is just exhausting. It's just incredible how many miles these teams rack up.
Kevin, I tell you, some of the old-timers would say, hey, they travel in charter planes today and five-star hotels. They haven't seen anything as far as rough travel. But you're right, it takes a toll. The players are well accustomed to navigating the cadence and rhythm of traveling and still being ready to play. You know, knocking down the three guys, that's one of the premier three-point gunners in the NBA, Joe Harris.
Morris against Durant. James outside. Knocks it loose. Caldwell Pope passes to Gasol. 6 on the shot clock. Caldwell Pope gets to Gasol. Over Jordan. Gasol, no good. The Nets have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Harden, that's good.
Remarkable speed in transition from Harden, sprinting ahead of everybody, putting himself in a great spot there.
Schroeder outside. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. The Nets have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Harden draws the double. Jordan high post. He's against Morris. It's stolen by Schroeder. They get a hand on it. Here's Caldwell Pope, and he goes in for the dunk.
And with the leaping ability that Caldwell Pope possesses, he knows when to bounce to the rack and throw it down.
Irving with the ball. They had a 24-point outing in their last game against the Rockets in Houston.
Boy, he was piling up those assists in that one. I mean, every pass seemed to be on time and on target.
Schroeder passes to Caldwell Pope. Jordan against Gasol. And it's in there.
Yeah, first and foremost, he's a pass-first team player, is Caldwell Pope. Love seeing that.
Nets leading by 3.
And although it seems like KCP will never be a huge factor on offense, he can still give you valuable points and also that spacing he can provide out on the floor.
Yeah, I agree with you there, and it's a valuable tool kit that he has because he can provide some playmaking and shot making and spacing of the floor. And he's also become more efficient as an offensive player, but he does know and recognize that his strength is at the defensive end, his athleticism, mobility, and versatility. And offense is tertiary to his contributions.
Here is Harden following the basket by LeBron James.
Love the ferocity. Heck, that's one of my favorite words, ferocity. Harden, excellent at accelerating and decelerating. That's the thing that makes him so tough. He can go fast, slow, or mid-range speed.
And a new group in for the Nets. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Green comes in for Kevin Durant. Luwawu Cabarro, he's checked in for Harris. And it's Brown in for Irving. Now here's Kuzma. Stolen by Harden. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
Aggressive in deep. Once Harden gets to a spot he likes, he goes right to work.
Caruso, the pass to Kuzma. In the corner, it's James. Shoots over Griffin. And James gets it to go on the assist by Kuzma.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Harden outside. High arcing shot. It's tipped. Passes it to Horton Tucker. Caruso looking for an opening. Pass to Horton Tucker. Here's Caruso. The feed now to Harrell. 4 on the shot clock. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Caruso, no good. Here's Griffin. And that one drops for him.
And that speed and athleticism of Griffin, a lethal combination when he's on the break.
And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, you know, some might say, hey, can't we just skip the replay this time around? But you just never know.
Yeah, anything can happen. I mean, they want to get the call right, and the league is taking steps to speed the process with the replay reviews.
James Harden getting it done for the Brooklyn Nets. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal, of course.
Giving their offense another dynamic.
And it also helps him preserve some energy for those big moments in the big games.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second.
Oh, man. Like the sun rising every day, you can count on LeBron to have his head up scanning the floor and finding the open man.
Here's Luwawu. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Now the Lakers on the break. Here's Horton Tucker. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. James has got his third assist on the night. Now, here's Shamet. Tight defense on him. The 3. Rebounded by the Lakers. The last time these two clubs came together was also in this building, with an unfortunate ending for the home team.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
Yeah, sloppy play sabotage. I mean, they'll have to be much more focused this time around.
Green against James. Again, the Lakers.
You know, you see some guys, and they might panic a little bit in that situation, but with LeBron, rarely happens. I mean, he knows exactly how much time he's got to get the shot away.
Brown dishes to Griffin. Launches it. No good from Luwawu.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Kuzma can't get it to go. Brooklyn's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Shamet. Feeds it to Green. Great D that time from Harrell.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Well, you know, teams look for +6s. Players whose wingspans exceed their height by a half foot. Montrezl Harrell is a 6'7" player with a 7'4" wingspan. If you're struggling with the math, ladies and gentlemen, that's a +9.
Pass to Caruso. James in the post. 6 points for him. Can't connect from short range. Nets trail by 3. And between his length and his athleticism, Montrezl Harrell well suited for that role of small ball center, Greg, in today's NBA.
Yeah, I mean, he's fearless. Even giving up a few pounds, a few inches, he'll go right at you and making steady improvements as a rebounder year over year. Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Kuzma outside. James left side. Kicks it to Harrell. And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here. Los Angeles making a switch here. Caldwell Pope's checked in. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Kyrie Irving's checked in for Luwawu. Here's Horton Tucker. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. A baseline J. Rebound, Brooklyn. 1:41 left to play here in the second quarter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
Harden against Morris. Here's Durant. Kicks it out to Harden. From deep. And it's Gasol with the rebound. Last game for Brooklyn, they picked up the W against the Rockets in Houston.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
There's all kind of talk in the game today about stretching the floor, because when you do that, everything else just becomes a little easier.
It's Jordan on the wing, defended by Gasol. Left side, Jordan. Dishes to Harden. And the jam by Harden.
You know, big guys like Jordan who can facilitate are really valuable. Spots the open man and gets it right to him.
Lob pass to Gasol. An emphatic alley-oop jam. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
And on the way from Irving for three. For three, Harris. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Lakers lead by 1.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. They did give up a couple baskets more than they wanted to, and at the end of the period, were trailing. And that.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Nets. They've got Harris. Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's KD in at the 4 spot. To the middle. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Irving doing a nice job there being creative and efficient with that beautiful assist.
Caldwell Pope kicks to James. Outside for Caldwell Pope. And the pass to Gasol. Morris outside, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
Durant, he dishes it to Jordan. Back to Durant. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan.
Focus, intense focus. Durant has bundles of it. Once he catches the rock, the first thing on his mind is let it go.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Harden the pass to Durant. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Now it's a 4-point Brooklyn lead.
There is no limit to where Durant can shoot from, which is what makes him really dangerous when he's got the ball in his hand.
Now Caldwell Pope. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it, the fast break chance. And the Nets, another three.
That would be 4 in a row for him now as they have come racing out of the gate to start this second half.
Schroeder with the ball. Picked up by Harris. The drive by LeBron. The dish to Gasol. James, the pass to Caldwell Pope. LeBron kicks to Caldwell Pope. Good on the three-point shot. Caldwell Pope's got his second bucket of the night.
I think Caldwell Pope has done a nice job developing into a legit deep ball threat.
High post, KD. He's against Morris. Shoots it up. Jordan trying to free himself up. And it's Brooklyn scoring again. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Caldwell Pope dishes to James. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. These are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA, showing the top distributors of the basketball over the last 10 games. James Harden, number 1.
And those games have seen him dropping more dimes than you might have thought possible.
Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Kyle Kuzma comes in for LeBron. And then for Brooklyn, Blake Griffin. He's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. And it's Brown in for James Harden. Irving kicks to Brown. And it's Harris off the drive. The shot, no good. So the Lakers will take it the other way. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Kuzma against Durant. And the shot goes in.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
I tell you what, any team will take that. I mean, if you're shooting over 50%, it means you're getting the kind of looks you want on offense, and you're being smart about it, and you're knocking down the good shots that you get.
Morris passes to Harrell. Back to Morris. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Taking a look here at some of the numbers for DeAndre Jordan.
And guys, his effective field goal percentage is trending in the wrong direction over the past 5 games. Shot discipline hasn't been the best. He'll be looking to play a smarter game tonight.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Horton Tucker's checked in. And it's Alex Caruso in for Caldwell Pope. Green is checked in for the Nets. Andrew Shamet comes in for Joe Harris. Here's Horton Tucker. And it's Shamet with the rebound.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for the Nets. Johnson comes in for Irving. Johnson outside. Brown down low. Takes the 3. The shot by Johnson, no good.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Up the floor. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
And this is what happens when you let Griffin establish position. He will make you pay.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's the Nets as they end the third quarter with a massive 16-3 run. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. We've got Dennis Schroeder. Montrezl Harrell is out there with Kyle Kuzma. And it's Caruso in at the 1. That's the Laker 5. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently, how about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to how
Hill.
about Kobe going to the Lakers? McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit, and I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
Harden scanning the floor.
Come on.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. From deep three-point range. Rebound by Harrell. Harrell's got his 6th rebound on the night. To the inside. Here's Kuzma. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Already a skilled interior player. At times when Kuzma is close to the basket, you have no choice but to foul him.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Marc Gasol's checked in for Montrezl Harrell. And LeBron's subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. And the Nets making a change here as well. Jordan's checked in. Durant against LeBron. Fires at the elbow. Goes back up. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Yeah, Jordan is aggressive as a rebounder. He uses his massive body, athleticism, and long arms to wreak havoc on the glass.
Passes it to Kuzma. And here is James. Back to Kuzma. Nice D from Griffin. And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way. Durant kicks to Griffin. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And Harden wide open. He shoots. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
Well, he's cooking with grease. He's got things flaming up, looking for an opportunity every time down the floor when he's that hot.
Caruso, the pass to Gasol. To the right side. Griffin against Kuzma. He feeds it to Gasol. Over Jordan. Gets a hand on it. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Excellent awareness of where to be on the offensive boards. He did it with great position.
Griffin finds Harden. Durant in the corner. Pass to Jordan. The feed to Griffin. To the paint. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Jordan's shot is off. Lakers trail by 11. The drive by LeBron. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on James Harden.
You know, the power and intensity on display there from James, guys. I mean, giving the defense no other choice but to foul.
So for the Nets, Harris comes in for Blake Griffin, and Irving subbed in for Bruce Brown. Outside Irving, from deep Harden. Back to Irving, inside, kicks it out to Harden. Pass to Irving. Now Jordan, defended by Gasol. KD against LeBron. Jordan trying to free himself up. The dive for the ball. That's a miss. It's miss number 2 in shots from the floor. And the dunk by James.
LeBron James knows the meaning of the word layup, but he's much more interested in throwing it down when he can.
Irving surveying the floor. Out to Harris. James against KD. Drops it in from 11 feet. And the Nets lead by 9.
Boy, being able to score from any place on the court makes Durant a space creator for his team. I mean, it's not just inside. It's not just threes. It's that mid-range game, too. No excuses, none. I mean, with the defense non-existent, I mean, he has to connect from there.
This one for 3. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Nets.
If they had to battle for this win, there were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the flow of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
And they really took control of the first 2 games in this season series by keeping the pressure on. The win here tonight will move them to 2-0 with just 1 left here to go against the Lakers.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Kevin Durant.
An unbelievable scoring performance. He absolutely took over and never let up.
No good. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was... David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. hoping to come out of the gates strong. And we've got...
Hey, Kevin, thanks.
And David, he is just getting started. Great stuff. Thanks as always. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the 3. And for the Lakers, Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Markieff Morris is out there with Marc Gasol, and it's Schroeder in at the point guard. LeBron outside for Caldwell Pope. James looking around. Morris outside, 6 to shoot. Back to LeBron. Shoots over DiVincenzo. That one off the back iron and out. Morris against Giannis. A second chance effort. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. DiVincenzo kicks to Antetokounmpo. Shot clock at 6. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
There's the pass to Schroeder. Back to James. And Steve, as we get into the middle of the season, do you feel we have a good idea of who the contenders are at this point?
The major forces, Kevin, you know for sure where they are. There are always some teams you can't tell if they're legit or not just yet.
Lopez, great positioning on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Caldwell Pope against DiVincenzo. Now here's Caldwell Pope. He's guarded closely. James in the post. Defended by Middleton. Oh, he misses the dunk. 3-on-3. And the dunk by Giannis.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. Now here's James. He's an offensive force, averaging nearly 26 points a game. He dishes it to Gasol. LeBron left side. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. A look at the Lakers. Right now they've compiled the third best record in the conference.
And when I look at the Lakers, they're not an opponent any team wants to see on their schedule. They've been producing all season long. And guys, I don't see them slowing down anytime soon.
We figured that by this point in the season, they would have separated themselves from the pack. They've done that and more.
In the long strides of Antetokounmpo, once he gets downhill, there's almost no stopping.
And it's Milwaukee's ball. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Middleton can't get it to go. Lakers trail by 8. Here's Kuzma, and Kuzma slams it in.
I'm not surprised to see Kuzma throw it down. He's got the length and leaping ability to do so.
DiVincenzo finds Antetokounmpo. And he goes right over Kyle Kuzma and slams it down.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. And here is Los Angeles now after the basket by Milwaukee.
Drawing contact inside. Dennis Schroeder using his reach and quickness to compensate for his height disadvantage.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And this season, he's maintained very good form at the line, shooting at about an 83% clip.
LeBron, he's checked in for the Lakers. Augustine passes to Forbes. And Augustine kicks to Forbes. And it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in.
For a guy who does so much work outside the arc, Forbes looking comfortable from mid-range.
Here's James, and finished off by LeBron.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
Here's Forbes. A three-pointer off the mark. Lakers trail by 6. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Top of the key. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Forbes has got his second basket of the night. Portis brings the double team. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
You two players.
And here is Los Angeles now. In the corner, it's James. There's 25 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, this is where LeBron wants to go. Almost unstoppable once he gets the ball in the painted area.
Forbes can't get it to go. For Los Angeles, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Augustine looking around. Got it off in time, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And we reached the end of the first quarter. The Bucks on top, up 4. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. This is what Giannis Antetokounmpo recently told us.
For me personally, I just want.
And for Giannis, Greg, the consistency from range has been a focal point.
The more accurate he is from outside, the wider the driving lanes become, making him nearly impossible to stop.
And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
And you know this, most of the time, offensive rebounds generate high percentage looks.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, we've got Bobby Portis. And it's Connaughton in at the small forward. Now here's James, following the miss by Kyle Kuzma. 5 on the clock. The reverse. It's deflected.
Great size by Bobby Portis. Would love to see him block more shots, but he got all of that one.
And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Here's Forbes. Here's Craig. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Kyle Kuzma picks one up.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Marc Gasol's checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Markieff Morris comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Alex Caruso in for LeBron. Now, here is Morris. 11 points for him in that last game against Sacramento. That one, no good. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Middleton dishes to Lopez. Back to Middleton. Goes up at the stripe. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
And just about every one of Middleton's shots is a smart one. Even from mid-range, he's not going to force anything.
Caruso, the pass to Gasol. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Bucks. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Last time they met was in Milwaukee.
And that was a tough one. They expected to play well and did, just not well enough.
I think they had some key takeaways from that one. Things they did well and things they can improve upon.
A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great send back.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
Antetokounmpo's checked in for Torrey Craig. Here's Caldwell Pope. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot. Lakers working the ball around now. Here's Caruso. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3. Greg, you're the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
The Lakers making a switch here. Schroeder's checked in. Middleton outside. Down low. Here's Giannis. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
And we talk about Antetokounmpo's all-around skills, and tonight it's been about the scoring. He's put this offense on his back.
Now here's Schroeder. He's coming off a 28-point game against the Kings in Sacramento.
And some of the passes he threaded through the defense were just incredible. He made it look so easy.
Here's Schroeder. 8-point game.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And Middleton kicks to Giannis. Middleton against Caldwell Pope. Fires from the line. Shot's good by Middleton. Middleton's got the lead up to 10 now for the Bucks.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Now here's Schroeder. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. Gasol against Lopez. Stolen by Holiday. Middleton on the wing. There's the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Middleton's got 7 points in the game.
And this is what Middleton does. Hit trades. He's one of the best in the league at helping his team space the floor.
The shot that time, not on target. And so it's Milwaukee. Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the 3rd quarter. See you in just...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching a tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 12 points, and he might not get all the attention, but you talk about smooth scoring. Thanks for joining.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one, he's been everywhere.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
I have to credit them for their patience offensively. They understood the matchup, and they took the necessary time to exploit it.
Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Morris, and it's Schroeder in at the point guard position. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel. DiVincenzo against LeBron. Pass to Gasol. Schroeder kicks to LeBron. Makes it off the glass. He's got 10.
And that's exactly what they need to do right now. I mean, just attack the basket. And, hey, if you get fouled, maybe you get some free throws out of it.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh, he just jams it right over LeBron. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, the ball handling and body control for a guy that's Giannis's height, it's really impressive.
LeBron James on the wing, defended by DiVincenzo. Gasol dishes to LeBron. Back to Gasol, to the middle. Lopez with the block.
It's a bonus whenever Lopez comes up with the swat. Want to see more of this from the big fella.
Middleton against Caldwell Pope. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Middleton's got 9 points.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
And James throws it down.
What's so impressive, the defense is trying to make adjustments, but LeBron's making even quicker reads.
Holiday looking over the floor. Antetokounmpo up top, covered by Morris.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. Schroeder passes to Morris. Schroeder kicks to Morris. Just 5 on the clock. Schroeder finds Morris. Can't cash in from close range.
He liked to have that one back. That's easy money.
DiVincenzo passes to Giannis. Middleton for 3. Rebound the Lakers.
Just not feeling it from beyond the arc. Sometimes that happens. He's trying to shoot his way out of it.
Nice shot by James.
Man, he keeps doing his part. They just haven't been able to get over the hump.
Bucks leading by 13. Outside Holiday. Middleton on the wing. Unable to get that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
It's amazing. All night he's been out of sync on the offensive end, yet they continue to lead.
And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. We've got 1:23 left in the third quarter. James with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively. And he trims the lead to single digits. James has got 10 points here in the second half.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. Back to DiVincenzo. And the Bucks miss again.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
Schroeder kicks to LeBron. Pass to Gasol. And finished off by Gasol.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
What I like during this run, they paid incredible attention to the details at both ends. That needs to continue.
Here's Giannis. He's got 16. Middleton outside. Back to Antetokounmpo. 5 to shoot. It's stolen by Morris. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
A for effort, but when there's that much resistance at the rim, better find another option.
Middleton finds Lopez. Jacks up a 3, and it's Chris Middleton with the 3. Middleton's got 5 points in the quarter. And so it's Milwaukee with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Back right after this. Head coach Mike Budenholzer is mic'd up along the sideline.
Stop, let's play out of motion.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Bucks leading by 10. On the court for the Bucks, we've got DJ Augustine, and it's Craig in at the 4. Out to the right wing. Here is Forbes. Shoots from 14, and there's the foul. It's on Bobby Portis. That is his first foul of the game. A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile 1 block.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
To the paint, here's Harrell. It's hauled in by Giannis. Antetokounmpo's got his 6th rebound on the night. Down low, and Antetokounmpo slams it in. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. And LeBron throws it down.
We all know LeBron is a big-time athlete, but right there, uses pace and timing to get to where he wants.
The shot by Middleton, wide open. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Harrell's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And James throws it down hard.
Add that one to LeBron's highlight reel. How about the creativity in midair?
Middleton against James. Looking to get it going. Trying to get open is Lopez. Middleton. And stolen by Kuzma. Inside. Here's Harrell. That one's not going to go. Excellent D there from Holiday. And now here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break. And stolen by Kuzma. The drive by James. And he banks in the layup. James has got 24.
The raw power of James excels at taking on physical defense and finishing.
Middleton looking it over. Giannis against Kuzma. Here's Antetokounmpo through the net again. He's done that 10 times tonight, and he's only needed 11 shots to get there.
He's given a great lift to this offense tonight. Very, very efficient.
Middleton against James. Good D by Lopez.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
And the dunk by Giannis. And now a 10-point Bucks lead.
Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg. Believe me.
My
But confidence to attempt that alley-oop to himself. He gets it in there. Horton Tucker's got his first points of the game.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
Middleton against LeBron. Fires the 3. Middleton can't get it to go.
Trying to shoot himself out of his slump. And it's not going well.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Here's Giannis, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
I mean, a tremendous all-around talent. Drew Holiday keeping his eyes up and his options open.
James in the post, defended by Middleton, and it's sent back by Lopez. And here's Middleton bringing it up now for Milwaukee. Pass to Giannis. And Giannis throws it down.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Bucks.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
And so they're able to even up the season series at a game apiece with one left to play, exacting a little revenge and really saving face. They did not want to go down 2-0.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Giannis.
What was impressive to me, it felt like he made an impact in so many areas. Some of the effort won't show up in the stat sheet, but I noticed it. His team hasn't picked up the slack, but he's doing everything he can do to win this game for them.
Holiday with it. Lopez up top, and there's the pass to DiVincenzo. Offensive rebound, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference.
And James throws it down.
Not much anyone can do to stop that. LeBron flexing at the rack.
Outside Holiday. Middleton outside. From the arc. Misses. And so the Bucks take the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building. All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For
this is the place to get some basic training in. Plus, you can earn
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The Lakers coming through the tunnel with swagger. This looks like... Looking now at some numbers for Paul George.
And guys, for a measure of how he's performing offensively, look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been a steady drop in his last 5 games, and he's got to be scrambling now to get that feel back.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Rocket is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Beverly in at the 1 spot. And for the Lakers, Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Markieff Morris is out there with Marc Gasol. And it's Schroeder in at the 1. Now the pass to Ibaka. Chalk up 2 there. And at the midway point, what stands out, Chris, to you about this phase of the regular season?
Well, Kevin, it's always that the standings are pretty much solidified, the favorites, the cellar dwellers, and this is where a front office will take a hard look at their roster and look to make some moves as well. And no one can really compete defensively with LeBron's athleticism. I mean, his strength, just too much to match up with.
George against Caldwell Pope. Rejected by Gasol. And they're able to recover. Ibaka, no luck. And Morris has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
They just appeared lost out there. I mean, it seemed like they were scrambling on the defensive end of the floor.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Great look, high percentage shot. That's the efficiency you're looking to establish.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, the GOAT watch continues. Every year, every accomplishment goes into the analysis. I mean, LeBron would probably never be able to escape.
And both free throws good for LeBron. Clippers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Here's George. Count that one.
Well, when Batum spots a wide open teammate, he zips the rock to him quickly. Just exceptional vision.
Schroeder looking over the floor. Caldwell Pope on the wing. LeBron outside. 6 on the shot clock. To the inside. Gasol. The rebound by Ibaka.
That's a shot they're always happy to get, even when he blows the finish.
From deep, George. And it's LeBron James with the rebound. Lakers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Schroeder finds Caldwell Pope. Here's Gasol. And the wide open shot from Morris. A miss that time would have put him up. The Clippers in the lead. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. So for the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there.
Oh!
Nice. Don't sleep on Williams's ability to create for others. That's a veteran play.
To the middle. And Harrell slams it in.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. George passes to Zubac.
A moment here to see the numbers for Kawhi Leonard.
8. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And here's Kennard. 14 points from him the last game against Washington. Outside for Jackson. Shot clock at 5. Morris passes to Zubac. And the Clippers miss again. Lakers trail by 4. Pass to Horton Tucker. Poke loose. Down low. Caruso looking for an opening. Feeds it to Harrell. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Lou Williams.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
It's Jackson with the drive. Good on the shot. Zubac has got 6.
There you see why you want the ball in Jackson's hands as much as possible. He can clearly set the table.
And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And a hard finish there, guys.
Yeah, and only one hand needed for that one. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Williams finds Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
And everyone knows Lou Will can score. But there, great job with that drop-off. Sweet dime.
Kuzma, right side. Off target from 3-point range. The Clippers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
That free throw missing.
One of the more efficient shooters in the NBA. Kennard's range poses a big challenge for opponents.
LeBron James on the wing. Over Jackson. The putback, and don't go away. We'll be right back. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. So the Lakers 5 right now. LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Then there's Harrell, and it's Horton Tucker in at the shooting guard. Here's Harrell. No good off the back of the rim.
Oh, you expect him to make those. They've got to do more to get a hand in his face next time.
Zubac kicks to Morris. On the wing, Jackson, guarded by Kuzma. Jackson dishes to Morris. Williams passes to Morris. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on LeBron James. Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kev. You know, Ben Simmons, a player at 6'10", with those hands. He's incredible to watch on that. And how about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1". I don't know, but he gets into you and competes, man. And that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
Like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys, there are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great players. Beverly dishes to Ibaka, and he comes up with the deuce. Ibaka's got the lead back up to 9 now for the Clippers.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverly, just dishing the ball to the wide open man easily.
Back to Schroeder. Whistle blows, bucket is good. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Schroeder kicks to James. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
At the elbow, it's Ibaka. Pass to Batum. Back to Beverly. Outside, Batum. Another shot. Ibaka, the pass to George. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Beverly dishes to Ibaka. Tries again, and the layup is good. Ibaka's got the lead up to 10 now for the Clippers.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Out to Morris from past the arc. And again, the Lakers no good. And so Beverly will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They went to Los Angeles for their last meeting with the Lakers and came out with a victory.
Yeah, they picked up the win in their last game against this club, and really it was a parade to the free throw line.
Well, it tells you a lot about who's the more aggressive team. I mean, they should have that same exact attitude tonight.
Horton Tucker, the pass to Gasol. Schroeder, left side. Passes it to Gasol. And the shot goes in. Gasol's got his first basket.
And the interior game of Gasol. I mean, he's had a number of ways to score from it.
Ibaka finds Beverly. Here's George. He doesn't hit that one. Great D that time from Dennis Schroeder. And James throws it down.
You got to stay on James in transition. If you give him room to run, he jumps all over.
Leonard dishes to Batum. Leonard the pass to Ibaka. Outside for George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And the Clippers lead by 8.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
Here's Schroeder. Excellent D there from George. The Clippers have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. They get it again. It's good on the putback.
I just love the aggressive attitude of Batum, especially how hard he hits the ball.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris.
An easy pass turns into a terrible turnover. And that's a possession wasted.
Back to Leonard. Jackson kicks to Leonard. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma. That's his first foul. Williams for 3. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. Their biggest advantage of the period.
And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Without question, Serge Ibaka displaying his skills today.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Batum is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Paul George. And it's Ibaka in at the 5 spot. Marc Gasol picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Beverley with the ball. Batum finds Ibaka, and they pick up 2. Ibaka's got 10 points in the game.
And the lean frame of Ibaka, taking the punishment, but still converting the basket. Toughness.
Schroeder up top, defended by Beverley. Stolen by Beverley, and stolen by James. Gasol, and Gasol able to finish.
Sheer determination. I mean, Gasol hustles to the ball. He converts off the miss.
Clippers leading by 8. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Up top, Ibaka. 10 points for him. And Ibaka slams it in.
And this is what Ibaka supporters point to. If given the chance, he has the physical ability and skill set to do major damage on the offensive end.
Gasol dishes to Caldwell Pope. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
They needed that, and I love that he just didn't settle for the lay-in.
Outside for George. Back to Ibaka. Outside, George. Clock at 4. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. George has got the lead up to 10 now for the Clippers. Outside Gasol. Outside for Caldwell Pope. Gasol goes in and finished off by Gasol.
Using those long strides on the drive. Gasol adept at finding lanes and attacking.
Stolen by Caldwell Pope, and it's the Lakers on the break. Here's LeBron. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got his 5th assist in this one. And so Beverley will bring it up for the Clippers. They've led by as much as 10. Leonard finds Ibaka. Back to Leonard. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
It's a solid blueprint. And Batum kicks to Beverley. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Tries from 10. Clock at 2. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. And the Clippers lead by 8.
Well, that's what they want to see out of Beverley. Decisive basketball. Nice, aggressive drive to the cup.
And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. And while we have a chance, here are the teams that have swatted away the most shots this season. The Lakers second.
I mean, terrific rim protection. I mean, they rotate and help on the inside as well as anybody. And, of course, you want to keep offenses on the outside shooting jump shots, and that continues to be the goal.
George with no one around. And a miss there on the triple.
He's got to be disappointed with his performance, but it'll be easier to swap.
Oh, that was an impressive throwdown.
And James simply one of the best dunkers in NBA history, I have to say. Highly creative in how he throws it down.
41 seconds left in the third. Here's Ibaka. Outside Leonard. And George kicks to Leonard. Here's Beverly. He gets that one. Beverly's got 6 points.
Even when contact comes Beverly's way, I mean, he's a pro at finishing, absorbing it so well on these shots.
Inside. Here's Gasol. And it's blocked by Ibaka. And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here. 17 seconds left to play in the third. Picked away to the paint. Here's Caruso. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Hey, guys, you think he was sending a message on that one? He doesn't like losing.
And we've reached the end of the third. Clippers lead by 6. Live. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard. Put the pass right on the money.
Oh, beautiful feed. Always a luxury to have a big man who can see the whole floor.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Harrell. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and it's Horton Tucker in at the small forward position. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. And yes, it's good. Zubac has got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Clippers. Caruso, the pass to Harrell. Out to Kuzma. The pass to Caruso. And the rejection by Zubac. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac. Here's Caruso.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
And the first one drops. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Here's Williams. Pass to Kennard. Outside Williams. Pass to Zubac. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Williams has got his third assist on the night.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Yeah, it seems like whenever one team scores, the other comes right back with a bucket of its own.
Outside for Caldwell-Pope. Off target with his three.
And they continue to control the glass.
Morris passes to Kennard. Kennard on the wing. He feeds it to Williams. Back to Kennard. His three-pointers off the mark. Caldwell-Pope with it. Williams picks him up. To the middle. Here's Kuzma. Harrell high post. He's against Williams. Keeps it alive. Harrell on the foul.
And I tell you what, they're doing their best to cut down the lead with some smart offense here in the second half. Shot selection much improved since the break.
It's intercepted. It's Caldwell-Pope with the drive. Kept alive. The second effort. Passes to Horton Tucker. Clock at 6. Second chance shot and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. Morris kicks to Kennard. And it's off from three-point range. The finish, a huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Now here's Williams. Defense right on him. Lakers trail by 4. Caldwell-Pope passes to Harrell. And the rejection by Zubac. Inside. And it's Harrell missing.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
The Lakers making a switch here. James is checked in, and the Lakers call time here. They trail by 4. We've got 1:55 left here in the fourth quarter. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Serge Ibaka.
And his percentage from the field tonight seemed almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during that last timeout, I listened to Frank Vogel talk to his team. He told his guys the inside game is working, so stick with it. That means posting, slashing, getting to the rim, whatever produces these high percentage looks. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Leonard on the wing. Here's George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
And guys, George takes pride in hitting big shots. Just get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Schroeder against Beverly, and they get it back. Caldwell Pope kicks to Morris. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Now the feed to Harrell. Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hands. They know they can count on him to make crucial shots.
Caldwell Pope against George. And Ibaka slams it in.
And this is where Ibaka's steely demeanor serves him well. No hesitation under pressure.
Schroeder passes to Harrell. Back to Schroeder. Feeds it to Harrell. He dishes it to James. And the rejection by Leonard.
And a sensational individual defender. Leonard will lock you down. Rejections are just part of the package he brings on the defensive end.
Up again, and Ibaka is right there. Now it's a 6-point Clipper lead.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is no let-up. You know, this is the kind of hard-nosed competitiveness that wins games.
Morris passes to Harrell. George from deep three-point land, offline. So the Clippers with the win. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining.